the Archipelago multi-game randomizer, a community-created tool which allows you to connect multiple games together, shuffling all items into one big pool and then distributing them out around the different games, with the goal to find all required items to complete all games in the randomizer. A quick example of how this works is one player could be playing Hollow Knight and defeats a boss, but rather than the normal reward, it could send a star to another player in Super Mario 64. And vice versa, collecting a star in Super Mario could send a dreamer to Hollow Knight. Now, I have done a lot of these in the past, both as videos and playing through them with friends, but one of the first randomizers I ever did was over on Oldschool RuneScape in a group Iron Man, with the goal of both of us to complete Dragon Slayer. Since my video, other YouTubers have also taken on this same challenge in Oldschool RuneScape, and the Archipelago has been massively updated with new tasks and improved logic. I've been wanting to jump back into this for a while, but didn't want to just create the same video again, so I needed a new twist. Originally, I was going to wait and see if they ever released a membership version, with the goal being Monkey Madness or something of a similar level. However, I do believe there are people testing it, but it's not fully released, and if it will be quite a while away still. So I decided to take it into my own hands and create an Archipelago for RuneScape 3. Combine it with a multi-world for Old School, with the goal to complete Dragon Slayer on both games. Obviously, compared to Old School, there is no RuneLite for RS3, which can allow plugins to automate the goals on completion and lock the areas and items you don't have access to. So instead, I had to create a manual AP. This does still work the same as any other Archipelago, other than the fact I have to tick off the completed tasks myself and take note of what I have actually unlocked. Luckily, on the manual tracker it does show all tasks in logic and what I have unlocked. So enough of my rambling and let's jump right into it. Task wise, rather than listing all the checks for both games, the graphic on screen will show a list of all of them. Over on Old School we have a total of 54 different checks, and on RS3 we have 102 different checks, which I created. Unfortunately, I still need to work a few things out to show only a set amount rather than the whole 102 checks which were created. But it is still in really early development and I'm still learning bits here and there. Okay, so with the tasks out the way, we can start our adventure with both games in Lumbridge. We should now be fully connected on both of these games, which it seems we are. So yeah, I guess we'll have a look at the tasks we currently have. I don't know what is in logic. I can't actually, I thought it would tell me on the RuneLite plugin, but it does not. However, I do have logic for RS3. We have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 16 more there. We've got a lot of general tasks. Oh, that's just the combat ones. We got one magic task, which is teleport to Lumbridge. We've got to train that somehow. Visions of Haven Hive, which is a misc. It's always in logic. It's just when I complete the quest. Brace and Bones, that's an easy one. Chops and Logs, that's an easy one. Chops and Willow Logs is a fairly easy one. Yeah, so I do believe my logic is actually working, which is really nice. I am also going to be referencing this to work out what I can go to and can't go to on RS3. I'm not sure what is fully in logic. So what we got? We can't do Cook's System. So what can I do on Old School right now? Quest wise, Cook's Assistant, no. Demon Slayer, no. Restless Ghost, no. Romeo and Juliet, Sheep Shearer, no, because we have no way to get shears or start it. I don't think we have 0 quests currently in logic. Bury some big bones, no. Prayer, no. Oh, do we have anything in logic right now on? Is there technically, I guess we can do oak logs and willow logs, correct? We can do that. We can kill a goblin. Skill totals, open a symbol lockbox, I don't know what that is. Transgender gender, okay. Find needle and haystack, insult the homeless. Okay, literally all we have is combat basically, and do some chopping of some trees in Old School. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and kill a goblin on both games. That will unlock 2 checks on both. We should be able to manage it. We are also hardcores on both games, but it does not matter. Cool, so let's store everything on Old School. We want to go and kill a goblin. I'm also actually going to bring my food with me, what little food we have. I can't remember if I have to manually unlock areas as it goes, or if it does it before. I don't know. It has been probably 7 months since I last did the Archipelago, whatever, on Old School when we did it as a group. So, who knows? But obviously now I have created the manual for RS3, which I'm hoping is going to work perfectly fine. I haven't actually tested it, but the logic seems to be working, which is really good. And I'm just gonna, yeah. Okay. Cool, let's kill a goblin on Old School, see what that gives us. I'll get ready to kill a goblin as well on RS3, see what that gives us. Here we go, our first check of the game is Corsier's Cove is unlocked in Old School. Okay. Yeah, and actually, does this auto unlock or do I have to do it myself? It does! Okay, that's really good. Yes, okay, so we actually physically can't do anything there for a while, but that's our first check unlocked. Was there any for Burying Bones, Prayer Edge? We do need to get 33, I guess. Is that so? Literally, the only other thing we can currently do on Old School right now is chop some trees. So I guess that's what I will be doing in the background while we make our way to RS3, as there is actually a lot we can do. Let's gain these as well. We have swapped over. Let's kill ourselves our first goblin. We also have to bury the bones. Let's see what we actually get. I suppose I should probably actually explain, but I assume I'm probably explaining over whatever. There is a goblin killed. Let's tick that off. Along with we will loot all of this. So, manual, we defeated a goblin, which gives us the ham hideout to... Oh, that's actually really nice. And we also bury some bones, which is a prayer one. Bury some bones. There's the lumber yard, which is needed as a completion requirement for whatever Dragon Slayer, because we need to buy the bolts and whatever. Okay, so that's pretty nice. The ham hideout is also fairly nice. It's just gonna make, it's actually gonna make chopping trees a lot better. That doesn't actually unlock anything else other than wood cutting, which is fine. Do we have any fly making tasks? No. We obviously can't fetch. I guess we will actually burn the logs as well though, for the simple reason of skill total. Okay, so what else can we do on RS3? Catch a trout is apparently in logic. How? Oh, because we can fish K-fish, I believe? Yes. What is the easiest task we currently have? Logic. Cook some crayfish. Okay. So I guess I can go over it here while both games are currently actively doing things. As I've said before, I have done a Archipelago a couple of times just in other games, but also one of the first ones I did do was a group Iron Man on Old School once I discovered that was possible. It was honestly a blast to do so, and ever since then I've wanted to jump back in it, but I've never had a reason. It has been updated a lot since I last played it. I think a couple of other YouTubers have done games after I did my one, which is kind of nice, I guess. I don't know if mine was seen. It did alright, but yeah. But I wanted to, because it's very similar, I guess, RS3, in the sense of you can do all the quests, you can get to Dragon Slayer and complete that objective. Dragon Slayer is obviously a very end game of free-to-play goal. So I wanted to basically straight it in RS3 as well. It was been something I wanted to do since probably I did the Old School one. But we do have a singular issue, is with Old School obviously we have Runelight, which is really useful as it allows plugins and we can do everything that way. RS3 obviously does not have plugins. Maybe the API update at the end of the year will allow us to do things like that, but right now that is not the case. So obviously I'm not able to do plugins on RS3. However, there is actually in the Archipelago, that's it, the option to create manuals or manual AP worlds, where you just tick the objectives of yourself. It requires you to obviously create your own manual or use any of the existing ones, and you just have to, I guess, take your word that you're doing it correctly. There is currently none for RS3, which is partly surprising because the old school one is there and it is officially supported one. I thought people would be trying to create an RS3 one, but I guess not. So I've taken the liberty of creating one myself. As I said, it took about 4 days of trying to figure out how to do it. It seemed a lot more simpler just looking at manuals on how to create than it actually is. Getting logic, getting it to all work was honestly a pain, but it is done now. So yes, it's obviously done now, which is, well, I've managed to do it. It should have logic. I haven't tested this obviously, but I'm hoping it all has logic. It's going to work perfectly fine. Okay, so we do actually have ourselves another task coming up now of we can successfully cook ourselves a crayfish, which is one of our fishing tasks. There it is. We will tick that off, cook some crayfish, progressive tools to our game. So that means we can now use iron tools, which is it's a useful thing. So I'll take that nonetheless. Pretty nice. Did I? I've chopped a tree. That turned out to be one. Chop some logs. So we can tick that off as well, which is area puts a rim to us, which is pretty nice. I did create a chunk map the other day, so I should probably actually open that up so I can cross-reference where we have unlocked and what we don't have unlocked. Okay, so we have ports of rim unlocked. That is just literally that one place. We can't get there though, but that is good to know. So I think our best bet right now is obviously to do some wood cutting, fire making. That'll get some total levels and also get us closer to cut an oak log and cut a willow log on our old school. In the meantime, I think I want to be fishing and cooking. There's one to cook a salmon, which is 20 cooking. There's one to catch a trout, which I believe is 15. So I think I want to be catching crayfish, cooking them, etc. on RS3. I think that's our best. So I think we're just doing a lot of, I guess, somewhat AFK things right now and going from there. Shouldn't take too long to get these levels. Do I need these fish? I guess I can chop the crayfish. I probably don't need it. It doesn't heal much. Ooh. How am I going to get money on this? I guess I sell the crayfish. Because we're going to need cash to buy feathers, aren't we? They don't sell for a lot, but they do sell. Okay, I guess we'll be back when we are close to something, whether it be a total level or whatever. What is our first total level on RS3 actually? It's 100, so once we get 100 total we can tick that off. I could be going for combats, but I don't know. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so we are now slowly approaching ourselves a level 15 woodcutting. Is it this log? It will be this log. Once we hit, there we go, 15 woodcutting, which unlocks us the ability to chop oaks. And this is, of course, another check. So we want to ideally get something decent. If we continue down this route of chopping trees, I ideally want progressive tools, but we also don't actually have any money. I don't really know where we want to go right now. Lumbridge Swamps is useful for either game. Okay, progressive weapons has been sent to RS3. Okay, so that is now iron tools, which Unlocks tier 5 and tier 10 gear. No, just tier 10 gear. I can't remember how I did it. That's not actually that useful. It probably is still worth going down the chopping willow logs route, as I think it is actually our best option, because we have nowhere to fish, we have nowhere to mine, we can't get any big bones, we can't do any quests. Yeah, that is literally all we can do on this game right now. I guess we could go combat 25, we only have to go 25 as combat, which honestly isn't too bad of a shout, but I think working skills total level XP is maybe our best bet right now. I also did get a book of knowledge, which I guess when we get closer to 30, I will probably pop on woodcutting or fire making, probably woodcutting, just that will speed it up a little bit. So yeah, and in RS3 we are still, as you can see, doing ourselves some fishing. We need, it's 20, is it? I think it's actually 20, I think I did it wrong. 20 fishing and then 30 fishing for the salmon. So it's going to take a little bit. We've got a little bit of a grind right now, but I suppose having these oak trees is actually going to be a lot nicer. So yeah, I guess we keep going. So one thing we are doing over here in Old School while we are chopping down the trees, I've been stockpiling on our mind and air runes over from the tutor every half an hour, or probably just over. And we've been pinging at imps. I have killed 2 so far, and we've already got 1 black bead. That'll be really nice, because I'm fairly confident that one of the checks, I think every quest is a check, so one of them is of course imp catcher. So collecting those beads as early as possible is going to be really nice when we unlock that wizard's tower square. And of course we are still fishing. So there we have just reached ourselves, as you can see, level 20 of fishing over on RS3, which means we can now successfully catch trout. So I have been selling all my crayfish I have been getting for just a little bit of cash so we can afford some feathers. We make our way over to the shop over here. They are 6 GP a pop. So we can't buy many, but hopefully that is enough, and maybe the trout sells for a bit more than what the crayfish has been selling for. I don't know though. But yes, if we make our way over the river, we can indeed lure ourselves and hopefully catch ourselves a trout. In the process, we are over on Old School, still chopping at some trees, and as you can actually see, our only currently in logic check is to cut ourselves a willow log. So we do need to get that 30, we are currently at 27, so it shouldn't be too bad. But there we go, we already have 3 trout directly in our inventory. Let's mark that off. Catch a trout gives us progressive armor to Old School. Not ideal. I guess we're going to continue here until we get ourselves 30 fishing for salmon is probably our best bet. And maybe once we get ourselves 30 wood cutting, we can get something hopefully useful from the check. Also not far off, I guess, 100 total level, which is another one on RS3, which isn't too bad at all. Well, I might as well take note, we are definitely making profit with cooking these trout, which is really nice. So this could potentially also be a little bit of a money maker if need be for the time being, because we actually really don't have anywhere, do we? We've got Port Sarim, and that is it, and we have no way to get there. So I guess we are kind of relying on, well, are we making, oh, yeah, we are making a profit, yeah. So yeah, I guess we are relying on fishing for a while still. And I'm really hoping, I mean, we're 3 levels off a level, so hopefully we get something for Old School, because we are very quickly going to get BK'd over there. I mean, we can, I guess, go for total levels and XP, but in logic wise, we will be BK'd. Okay, I am going to real quick interrupt right here, because I've realised there's a couple of terms I will probably be saying which you might not know. And obviously the most recent one is BK'd. So what does BK mean? Well, it's basically when you can no longer do anything in your game. Every task you've been set is either unavailable or you have to do glitches to do so. It stands for Burger King, and the story originates from an early Archipelago where someone was playing Ocarina of Time, I believe. They'd done the majority of their game, couldn't progress any further, so they went to Burger King, came back, and I think they were still stuck. So yeah. Another one is checks, which I will be saying quite a lot, which is fairly self-explanatory. It's just the tasks that lists what we have to do. So once we have a check, we obviously check it, and that gives us a reward. So another term we will be using and have used is logic. When a check is in logic, it basically means it's the logical route for the archipelago to take. So for example, we have chopping trees at the minute, it's the only thing we can do, and it's the check in logic. So in theory, there could be a time where we could kill something which is out of our chunk, but it awards a check. So it wouldn't be in logic if we kill it, but it would still unlock something. That check could unlock something which we can immediately use, but we technically shouldn't have it. So the only other one I can think of right now off the top of my head is if I say unwalled. That basically is when we are completely stuck in our game and we are unable to progress anymore. We need to find an unwall, which in this case would be an area or an item to then continue getting our checks. Okay, so we have just hit ourselves 100 total level over on RS, where we are doing our fishing, whatever, wood cutting, etc, etc. I'm hoping this gives us something barely decent to, I mean, Lumbridge Swamps I think is the ideal, but I guess also Lumbridge Farms in Old School is very nice as well, but I suppose only time will tell. Reach 100 total gives progressive armor again. That's still armor, which isn't terrible, but not what we're looking for right now. I guess we just hope that either the willow logs or when we eventually reach 30 fishing does something. Okay, so that, okay, it's not that one, I guess it's our next log, will be bringing us over to level 30 woodcutting whenever it decides to prog itself. Okay, I know we're using a bronze axe, but still. Hello? Any day now? I mean, it's probably because it's... there we go. 30 woodcutting. This allows us, obviously, to chop ourselves some willow logs. As you can see, there is some willow trees right here. We just need to get ourselves one log for our check. Hopefully. It's, like, useful. It unlocks the wilderness to the wrong account. Ha. So, if I have a look at our tracker, technically, yeah, all 3 accessible locations have been checked. Congratulations. We are out of logic for anything else. Technically, we can get ourselves 25 combat, which is one of our things, or even work towards getting 75k total XP, which is the next one, or 200 skill total. That's still a way off. Yeah, we are completely BK'd on Old School, technically. I guess I will kill some goblins, start working on that combat, but it is completely out of logic, and just hope that, because we are almost there, hope that we reach ourselves something useful in RS3. We have a lot we can do. Okay, apparently kill a green dragon is in logic. It shouldn't be, because we can't access the wilderness. And is it because we can technically go? No, I don't know why wilderness is now in logic. It shouldn't be. I guess I'll have to look at that after finishing this and hope that doesn't mess everything up. But there is obviously still a few things we can do. Cook a salmon, which is what we are slowly working towards right now. We can then after that burn some oak logs and willow logs. That shouldn't take too long because it didn't take too long over in this game. Actually, it took somewhat long, but that's not too bad. And then the rest is, what, combat levels? Craft a ruby if we... But we're going to need to try and craft it, I don't know. Combat 10 and then 150 total. We can't do that. We can't access... So yeah, I think some of my logic is a bit broken and I'll have to fix it. Oh, there's also chopper willow log, so that's probably worth going for actually after getting the salmon, because we're almost there. I think, yeah. Okay, and I guess I'll do some combat training here. We have had a couple of progressive armor checks, so we can build up to steel, which isn't terrible, but it does mean we can claim ourselves the Iron Man armor. It classes iron gear, so we can equip this, and now we have some form of defense. But I guess we are killing some goblins, working on that 25 combat level, which is completely out of logic, and just hoping that we get something in the meantime with one of the checks we have remaining on RS3. There we go, we have reached ourselves the 30 fishing, so hopefully we get ourselves a salmon any time soon. Okay. Now I've started recording, it's probably going to take a while. We're probably not going to guarantee one, it's probably going to insta-cook. Not insta-cook, okay, cool. No, another one. Okay, I guess I'll just leave this going until we do get one. Yay! Oop. What is the chance we burn it though? One attempt. We do cook it, that is very nice. We cook ourselves a salmon, which gives progressive range armor to us. Okay. Well, I don't know what it's wanting us to do. I guess 10 combat is relatively simple. And then I guess the fire making. That is generally our easiest of the lot. What's our prayer one? Benson? Okay, no. Yeah, I guess it's we get 10 combat and then do some fire making. We're really getting unlucky. I don't know how we've gotten as BK'd as what we have this quickly, but oh well. So while we are taking care of these goblins to slowly get ourselves towards 10 combat, I was obviously looking at, I've loaded up another tracker to see what technically is in logic for us, because it says we can go and kill a green dragon and access the wilderness, which we technically can. However, I still think that my logic is actually flawed, because we can get there through the canoe system. We just need 57 woodcutting, but I also had no way to implement that, so I think we've just gotten lucky in that regard, and we can get to the wilderness, but at the same time can't. Okay, we've hit ourselves 10 combat. Does this unlock anything of use? Oh, area wizard's tower. Aim catcher once we can get there. Other than that, oh, room mysteries as well. Okay. Okay, we have just lit ourselves an oak log, which gives us a new area of Draenor. Okay, we can't get there. I've also realised we can't do Ib Catcher because it's different on this game. Still, a new area, that's always nice. I have just realised we hit ourselves 150 total level a couple of levels back, so we can tick off that task, which gives ourselves, ooh, area Lumbridge Swamp. That makes it possible to get to Draenor, right? And Wizard's Tower, so that's maybe a new quest, I think. Not too bad. Okay, so there's actually a lot more we can do in this area than what I initially thought. First of all, we can catch ourselves a shrimp, which gives us area of Varrock. Okay, we can teleport there, maybe. Next up, we are able to smith ourselves a bronze bar for another check of area North Orca Rid. That is reachable? I don't know. Oh, there's gem rocks there. That's a couple more tasks as well. We're getting a lot of areas for RS3, which ideally I want some old school ones. Okay, and once more we have another check after this dialogue. I'm ready for my reward. The blood pack is completed. Really nice for area Lumbridge Farms. Ooh. Okay, we're expanding quite a lot in this game. Does that do anything? Cook's assistant is now doable. I think that's it. Okay, so finishing up the Restless Ghost. Another quest we can obviously access with the swamps. Once the dialogue or the quest completion sign pops up, we can tick that off and we get ourselves progressive weapons. I guess they're needed eventually, but I want an area ideally. But I can't complain. Okay, so we should be coming to the end of... Where the hell am I going? To this quest, is there a reward, I guess? There goes some mine runes, earth runes, magic lamp, rune crafting XP, that is rune mysteries, which progressive armor, so what is that, steel armor now? Black armor, ooh. Not too bad, but still no new areas, which is what I'm hoping to get. I guess we have another couple of quests we can do. Mist of the White Lands is one of them. The Necromancy starting quest is also another. And Cook's assistant. And there's a load of other things we can technically do, but they require a bit more time. Okay, and we have another RS3 check coming on because we still have nothing to do on Old School other than just train combats. And that is, of course, completing ourselves Mission of the White Lands. We'll tell them the truth, because why not? And XP lamp, which I guess I would chuck on. Wait, aren't you meant to get 5k? Did I do something wrong? God knows. Okay, let's tick that off. Myths of the White Lands. Progressive armor. Okay, we have had that twice now, or is that our first one? That is our first one, so we can now wear up to iron armor, which I guess means we can now wear this, because that is tier 10. No, wait. That's progressive magic armor. We have a separate one. Okay. Where am I going? I can't go this way. You didn't see anything. We can go up north via this way. And I guess we will go do Cook's Assistant and Necromancy are both available quests. So that probably makes most sense. So we just need an egg, we need to get some flour and a bucket of milk. Or what we can get directly here, and I guess I'll activate the lodestone over a drainer and then teleport back. And then we are kind of stuck again. Well, we're not stuck again, but all the easy things are then done. We then have to go train some skills to get the rest. Hopefully something here gives us something for Old School. A new area, I'll take anything. I'm fine killing the goblins, but it is technically out of logic. I just want something to be able to do in there. We have done 16 checks in RS3 and only 3 in Old School. So, we're 10% technically ahead. I already done that, okay. I'm not going to do the Necromancy quest just yet, but that will be probably next thing. I just want to get this done first. I guess technically I should have put as a location, but I honestly don't think there's anything we can do there in free-to-play. I could be wrong. I didn't actually know that you could access Necromancy on free-to-play. I guess it makes sense you can get level 5. But I did not realise that. Anyway, let's do Cook's Assistant real quick for another quick and easy check. And then it is Necromancy, and then... well, what's wrong? I never remember what I meant to press. Can I just hold down? Yep, cool. Cook's Assistant. We can bake red berry pie now. Oh yeah, we can, because we have access to Beefy Bill. quests. Cook's assistant. Progressive tools? Okay, that's iron tools. That's not terrible, but it's nothing still. Yeah. We can do all our mining tasks now, though. Have we gotten anything? No, we haven't gotten. So that's necromancy. Quests. Necromancy. Found. Oh, okay. It's one of the emotional things of a level up. Okay, cool. That was pointless. We either go back to woodcutting, or we don't actually have decent pickaxes. I guess woodcutting. Now, if I recall correctly, they did actually change woodcutting requirements since, yeah, when they added 110, and they obviously did. Because we can now woodcut a willow tree, which we might as well do while we are here. We obviously don't have the fire making level to burn some, but there is the task of chopping one, so we might as well knock that off. Hopefully this gives us something for old school, as we are just killing goblins. Nothing's in logic, we're just killing goblins. Okay, let's wait for this log to appear. That is the willow log. Let us chop some willow logs. We have given ourselves drain. Oh no, hang on. Sorry, we've got Draenor Village on old school. Oh! Does that add anything in logic? Does that unlock anything? Is X marks a spot doable? Yes, I think so. I'm just looking, comparing. I think X marks the spot is now doable. I could be completely wrong. Is that it? I think that's it though. Wait, no, X marks the spot ends in Port Sarim, doesn't it? Oh, I don't actually think that unlocks anything. Let's double check. Yeah, that unlocks nothing. We just have more area to do, but there is nothing we can do there. I guess if we end up with South, I think this class is a South Varrock. We can chronicle over there. Yeah, the chronicle would bring us here, and we've got Lumberyard, but I still don't think that does anything. I don't know what we want, but a new area is nice, but there's nothing we can currently do there. Oh, I guess it also brings us one step closer to Ibncatcher, thinking about it. I guess we're still killing more goblins. And we're gonna try and get this 30... Is it 30 fire making we need? Let me just double check. Yeah, 30 fire making, so... hopefully that maybe gives us something. We're not far off 200 total as well. Okay, so this, if I'm correct, should be more than enough logs to get us to 30 fire making while we continue our little goblin massacre. As much as it's annoying we don't have anything in logic, it's not actually the end of the world over here in old school, because we do have a couple of tasks such as a total XP of 75,000, combat 25, and we just need combat levels anyway. Oh look, there's the 30. Yeah, we just need combat levels anyway, just for when we eventually fight Elvarg, so it's not the end of the world. And we're not actually too far off. Well, we're somewhat off, but the total levels and combat levels of XP is going to slowly build up. But as we just saw, we have back in RS3 gotten ourselves our 30 fire making, which is another task. Hopefully it is something useful. I have no idea what this could be, but I'm hoping it's something good. Okay, there we go. We have burnt the log. Let us tick it off. Burn some willow logs. Progressive weapons. Oh, okay. So that gives us... Is that progressive weapons 2? So that gives us steel. Which isn't a terrible. I will take that. Is that steel? I think that's steel. Progressive weapons 1. Yeah, that's steel. Yeah, that's not terrible. Like, once we get black, I can... So, progressive weapons 3, I can probably actually kill Elvarg, because I have done it before. But, right now, it's not looking too good. Ooh. So, I am looking at the tasks. Actually, how close are we to... We're only 9 levels off the 200 total tasks, so... We'll get that very soon, but where we've done a bit of cooking, we're not far off, what, 40 for a cake, which we can make, but there's also a red berry pie, because we can buy them from, red berries from Beefy Bill. Can we get a pie dish from somewhere? We must be able to. We must be able to get a pie dish from somewhere. I'm not sure where, but I think it's worth us going and buying. This is in our area, correct? I'm just going to double check. Yes, it is in our area. There's got to be somewhere we can buy a pie dish. But if I make a red berry pie, then do we just go back to fishing, get ourselves that 40, then make a cake? That knocks all our fishing tasks out the way, also cooking tasks, sorry, out the way. And we'll also get us one step closer to 200. Actually, that will get us to 200, most likely, which is another thing. I think that's the correct decision, because there are still a couple of other things we can do. But mining-wise, we have progressive tools 1, so we can use iron. But yeah, that means we can get up to iron, but getting coal, gold, and runite will be a real pain. Do you sell... Oh, you sell pie dishes. I'm just going to buy all the red berries. I guess we are making a red berry pie. One cool feature about... this is completely off topic. I don't know if you've ever realised about windmills. I think it's the same in Old School as well. They actually share, like... So filling up this one here in Lumbridge will also fill up the one in like Tavali or something. Yeah. Interesting thing to take note of. Cool, so do we get it first attempt? Red berry pie? We do indeed. Nice, we can tick that off in our cooking section. Bake a red berry pie unlocks progressive ranged weapons for us in RS3. That's actually... useless. I don't think we'll ever be ranging anywhere. I guess it's just easy total levels. Yeah, because I'm fairly confident we're going to be killing them with melee. So that is fairly useless. So instead, what can we do? We can get the cake one if we get to 40. There's super cow as well. Does that spawn here? Let me double check how super cow works. Get lucky, give us a cow task. Nope. Okay. We're not going to worry about super cow for now. So instead we will go and do the cooking, I guess. Fishing and cooking. Yeah, I think we make a cake. I think that's our next easiest thing. And then we go for mining goals. Unless, what do we need to mine iron? Is it 10 or is it 15? It's 10. That actually could be quicker. Do some mining. Yeah, I think doing mining actually is quicker. Then bake some cake. Don't really know. We've had the mining unlocked for a little bit, I guess. I guess we'll mine some iron, mine some coal. Maybe some coal. I don't know if we'll get to coal. We've got progressive tools once we can use an iron pickaxe. So yeah. Yeah. Okay, we'll go for the coal. We'll mine this. Get ourselves, I guess, what, 10 smithing? Mine iron, mine coal. Go from there. There we go. That brings us to 200 milestone total, which is a check. Wait, it is a check, isn't it? Yeah, reached 200 total. We found our mud skipper point. Okay. Does that do anything for us? I don't think so. Not as such, because we have no way to get there. But is a required chunk for the reasons of getting to, well, I guess, is it required? No, it is required for the jail, isn't it? So I guess that's nice to have, but we're still missing stuff to do in Old School. Hopefully one of these upcoming 400 or 10 mining check or whatever, or smithing check, the coal and iron basically will get us something to do, but we're not starting to run out, but at the same time we have run out. I can look at the tracker real quick. We currently have done 22 out of 102 checks on RS3, which is 21%. And on Old School we've done 3 checks, which is 5%, 3 out of 54. And it has been 3.5 hours since our last check. So it has been a while. But we are slowly approaching, I guess, the XP and the total level. So maybe that will knock us some stuff up. Or maybe we'll get something useful soon. Well, we did also hit the 10, so I might as well mine an iron ore real quick. While we are... Wait, there is iron here? There is. We just need to mine one of them. We'll get that. And then we will... Actually, we'll get 2 while we're here. But 1 will get us the check done. And then I guess, depending what it is, we probably go back to mining. Because that's the easiest lot of stuff we have available at the moment. Okay, so any second. There it is. We mined an iron ore. We will tick that off. Dwarven mines. Okay. Useful. Ish. Not really. We need like 2 chunks, I guess, for that to actually be useful. It is needed, but it is not useful at all. We're getting really unlucky. So I really don't know what we need to do to get what we do. But we have ourselves the 2 ores. We can't get coal at the moment, can we? I don't think so. No. And as we continue our goblin massacre, we're slowly getting there. Actually, how close are we? We're almost level 20. So then there's 5 more levels from that. And then we're still a way off on XP and total level. But if we make our way over to Lumbrish Swamp, we are... Okay, never mind. I thought we were a lot closer than what we were. Let's make our way back to the goblins. Okay, now we return to the swamp. We are about to hit ourselves any second. Now, there it is. That is the 20 mining, which means we can mine ourselves some coal rocks, which is once again another check. So we will just be hitting this rock until we get it. We also have a check for smelting a steel bar, which we can go and hopefully do. So there's the coal rock. Let us tick that off. Please be something. Progressive ranged armor. Do we have... where is everything hidden? I have no clue. How close are we to 250? Whatever. No. Okay. Where? Where is everything? But there is a check for smithing a silver bar. We can mine some silver. I'm hoping we have enough iron maybe for it. So I guess I'll just go do some plate bodies. See how close that gets us. Then if we can smith a steel bar or smith a silver bar, we can then get ourselves... I don't know how I would train crafting, but there is also one for making a tiara, which requires what, 20 something, 23. There's probably some way. Oh, we have access to gem rocks as well, actually. So that's definitely a possibility. I think there's uncommon gems rocks, so that's how we'll probably do crafting, thinking about it. And yeah, but I guess right now we want to see how close we can get to that 20 smithing. Hopefully we can reach it there, but I honestly have no idea. Is there anything else easy we can quickly do? Oh yeah, there's the bake the cake as well, but that is pretty much it. I don't know what we're missing. I really don't know. I really don't know. Well, we have gotten ourselves the 20 smithing, gonna mine ourselves a silver ore. So hopefully this silver bar check is something of use. 3, 2, 1. Progressive magic armor. Okay, cool. Well, where is items? I have no idea what we should be doing anymore. Okay. I guess there's all the crafting stuff. There's obviously the make the cake. Crafting stuff might be our smartest bet, because we can then make a tiara, we then cut some things. Yeah, okay. I think that's our idea now, while we continue on our goblin massacre. So I don't actually know, but I might as well take note right now. I believe if we get ourselves 2 crafting levels during this gem inventory, if we get lucky enough, go to the lapis, maybe this will get us there. I'm hoping it does. It does just about. That also means we can do our jades, which is going to speed this up quite a bit, but that's 250 total, which means we have another check we can tick off, which is going to be area crafting guild over onto old school. That is, let's have a look, shall we? Is that ever a useful check? Is that needed for anything? Like, generally? Is there a task to enter the crafting guild? There is. Okay, it's needed for a task, so maybe important, but we are not going to be getting there for quite some time. But we are also very close right now on old school. As I've been slaving away on my goblins, we are almost base 20 melees. Getting base 20 melees will get ourselves 25 combat, which is a task out of logic, but it's a task nonetheless. I guess we'll continue doing some crafting, getting towards getting those gems and tiara. In the meantime, I really don't know what the unlock is meant to be. I am going to, after this is all finished, have to check through the spoiler log to see what direction it actually wanted me to go, to see where I messed up in logic, or I've just got very unlucky. So this will be, I believe, any second. It should be this goblin, or it'll be the next one. Right, 6. Oh, it's the next one. Maybe? Okay, never mind. It is literally our next hit, because I'm fairly confident we are 2 XP off. So we have not had a check in old school for almost 6 hours. Actually, well, basically 6 hours now. And yeah, this will finally be one. It's out of logic because it's a combat one, but this will be a check, and it gives us some progressive magic spell. Okay. Okay, I mean, I don't think that's ever useful, but it's something ticked off. I guess our next closest thing is 200 total or 75k experience. But we have done 1 out of logic check and it has given us nothing. Hopefully we'll get something from one of these gems as we continue now. Well, we're now slaving away at a gem mine as well as killing goblins. Well, we have hit ourselves 20 crafting, so we can cut an uncut sapphire, which is another crafting check, which random teleport. So that basically means we get randomly teleported. We only have Draenor or Lumbridge. Which one would it be? I guess I'll do a wheel. Or flip coins, I guess. Flip coin, heads is Draenor, tails is Lumbridge. It is tails. Go. Well, honestly, that doesn't make too much of a difference, because we can just basically run back and we will get ourselves, if we get ourselves 21, we can then make the tiara. And then, I mean, there's a ruby and diamond we can also do, but we are kind of running out of things. I'm hoping, well, we're not running out of things, but what we have is not amazing. So I guess, yeah, our hope is that the tiara unlocks something, or we go for the cake, and then we are out of the simple checks. The rest are all, well, 25 combat is probably not actually that difficult, and 300 total isn't unreasonable, but then we are out of things. So we have the silver bar check coming up. It was actually 23 crafting we actually needed. Hopefully this is something. Otherwise we are really starting to get thin on easy checks at least. I mean, these aren't even easy, these are taking a while now. So hopefully we can smelt ourselves a tiara. Done. We will tick that off. Wherever it do be. Where is it? Crafting. Craft a tiara. Progressive weapons. I mean, sure. I'm really confused where we are meant to be going. I mean, progressive weapons is nice. That is now... that's not black, isn't it? Which is ideally all I probably need to actually do Elvarg. So that's that done, but like we've really like stuck on where to go. Is there anywhere I can get agility XP? I don't think so. Because we could get surge if we can get to 5. Do we just go for combat levels? We've got no easy way to get laws. We can apparently get big bones, but I don't know where from. Oh, it's from Varrock, but we've got no way to get there. Well, I guess we'll do some slaying of some goblins, I guess, as we need magic levels anyway for the teleports if they are required. Yeah. Oh, a random event. Is there anything useful I can get from this? I don't think so. Gold ring. "25 combat." Nice. Nice. That is... Area Falador. That's still not useful. We need Drain on Mana. Then it becomes useful. Or South Falador Farms. Then it is also very useful. But there is... I mean, it is useful once we can get there, but we have no way to get to Falador. Where are our unlocks for what we need? We are also, what, 2 levels off another check, so we'll quickly get that. Cool, so that is 300 total level, correct? Yes, which is our final total level goal. Area Ham hideout to us, that does absolutely nothing. It just makes travelling around Lumbridge a bit easier. What the hell is the unwall in Old School? I've honestly got no idea what it could be. Baker Cake, Super Cow, the only 2 things I can think of. So I guess we go for Baker Cake. Super Cow is actually fairly simple to get if we can get a Slayer task, but we have not managed one just yet. Law runes are a pain to get. I don't know where we'll get one, so those teleports aren't that easy. A green dragon requires this wilderness. We have no way to technically get to the wilderness at the minute. Right? Yeah, we're very close to. South FireDusk would get us there. So we have ourselves a Bob the Cap random fishing, which aren't against the game rules. We can do random events when we get them, and this could actually be very beneficial as it may give us a fishing XP as a reward. Actually, I'll take magic XP as well. It doesn't matter either way, and that might bring us over the threshold for a total level 200 check. Not sure though. We will find out, or we'll be very close at least. And either way, it's worth taking note. We got fishing XP 650. We got level 7 fishing 200 check is Damonheim. Okay. Inaccessible. Right. That boat no longer exists, does it, in Lumbridge, or does it? Let me consolidate our chunk map. Damonheim is now unlocked, which is somewhat decent because there is some chunks or tasks to do with Dungeoneering. But I don't know if we have any way to get there. Because there's only two ways through the wilderness. Okay, technically we can if we get ourselves a lore rune. But we can get there through the wilderness. And I believe the other way is through Tavali. There was down at Lumbridge, but I think that has been removed. I'm not 100% sure. But there's still nothing that has helped out. Old School or RS, whatever. That's definitely an out of logic check though, because I mean the things we have done aren't meant to be in logic. We're still missing something. This, like, the combat levels and total levels aren't technically what we should be working on. We shouldn't be technically working on them at all at the minute. Let me go check. Is that boat there? I don't think it is anymore. It's not. We cannot use a boat because it no longer exists. Okay. Yeah, we need... What? Yeah, South FireDusk unlocks a lot. Because it unlocks a whole chunk of the map we don't have access to. Again, we can get there through lore runes, but that shouldn't be taken into consideration because I haven't specified what can get lore runes. But I guess I've clearly messed something up in the logic. I don't know what. I'm really curious though, what is the unlock for our Goblin Slayer account, which is almost 1k goblins. I'm really curious what that unlock is. What Unwall is, I guess. Because they've technically been Burger King'd and BK'd for such a long time. I guess we go back to making this cake, but I really don't know. We are probably getting ourselves 40 cooking from our inventory of trout and fish, but while that is going over, we shall have a look over on Old School, and as you can still see, we are here at the goblins. We are level 206 total level. We are almost 30 strength. I guess once we're 30 strength, I'll go attack and then defense, maybe. We're slowly approaching 70k total XP. We need 75k for a check, which is pretty nice. And we have slaughtered 1,335 goblins. Also, all our prayers come from this, which is pretty nice. We've got 20 prayer. We will need 31 for a check eventually, and I guess protection prayers are probably nice, despite Elvarg not using them, but oh my god, we're also about to be 6 hour logged. I should probably go to bed as well, it's getting late. But we now are cooking our, we'll swap over back and cook up our salmon. Okay, we're not actually going to get a level, or are we? Oh, it's going to be a close one. No, we're not getting a level. We need to cook one more fish. Okay, we'll quickly do that. I don't know if a singular trout will do it. We'll test it. It does. 40 cooking. Really nice indeed. We will go buy ourselves a cake tin. We will make ourselves, I guess, a cake and hope that it is an unlock. But I do have a sneaky suspicion if it is not actually behind what this cake, what we're about to make. I do have, a sneaky suspicion it is behind two other tiles, or tasks, I guess. The first is to surge one tile, because I forgot to add logic for that of needing birth up, but I think you can get XP off this. You used to be able to, at least you can, so I think if the cake is not the go-to, we will be doing this style for level 5 to get ourselves surge, which is, I guess, not terrible. And the other one is I have a misc task of just Visions of Havenhive. Because of how that works and how implementing my logic worked when creating this, I needed to have a check to be completed, which is the Visions of Havenhive, which unlocks... Oh, no, hang on, never mind. That check should never mind, ignore me. That check should always unlock the ability to do the quest of... I don't know how I did it. Or, I think that check is required... No, the check still unlocks something, but that check requires you to get to Havenhive. So it's basically a free tick once you complete the quest. Okay, maybe it could be behind that, which is kind of annoying if it is, because it's not in logic, but it is always in logic. Yeah, because the only things I think left what would be in logic is bake a cake, surge, the combat ones. Oh, I think teleport to Varroc's been in logic for a while as well. It could be behind that. I don't know. I really don't know. But we are going to see. Hopefully we successfully do this. We've got 2 attempts. We can always go back for more. We've done it first go. What does this give us? Bake a cake. Please be something good. Progressive range armor. Oh, that is not what we want to see. So I've got, honestly, no clue where this is. It could still be Surge 1 tile. I'm gonna go to bed. But it could also be Visions of Havenhive. I think I have to check, unfortunately. Just in case I did mess up. Yeah. I do have to check the spoiler log just in case I did mess up though. Visions of... Oops, how did I spell it? Visions of Havenhive. Is it messed up? No, because it always unlocks. Never mind, I did do it right. Visions of Havenhive always unlocks Vision of Havenhive quest. Okay, no, okay, so... Or it unlocks... Okay, no, yeah. Okay, no, so that is done. Visions of Havenhive was directly done. So what the hell is blocking Old School? It must be Surge 1 tile. It must be. It has to be. Surge is free-to-play ability, correct? Yes, it's just 5. It requires us to climb back and forth on this stylo for a while. But that has to be. How many times do we have to do it? 382 XP. Divide that by, what, 2 each time, so half that. Just 100 and something or another. It's not too bad. Surge 1 tile must be our way out. Surely. If it is not, I am really confused. Because I guess we'd then have to teleport. I mean, it's not the end of the world, because I think once we are free, we will fly through Old School. Especially since we've been training combat this whole time. As well, we are gonna be fairly set for Elvarg. I don't remember what... I can actually find out now. What was my stats when I did it all that time ago? Because I generally think we're not actually that far off. I don't think we were in 40s. I think we were 30s. We are more or less going to be in... Yeah, we were 30-30s. We're probably going to get 30-30s from these goblins. In a while, we're at least going to get 30 strength. So we will be, honestly, set if we can get progressive weapons to adamant. I mean, I had adamant, progressive weapons, and mithril, progressive armor. I 100% will be able to kill Elvarg. It might take us a couple of times, but we will 100% be able to kill them. Or defeat them. So that's not too bad at all. I mean, yeah. That's why I'm not too concerned that we have been doing this for a little bit, because it's fine at the end of the day. Okay, so we have this click, and then this click will get us to 5 agility, which is the max level you can get in free to play, but it also does mean we can use surge, dive, and escape. Well, actually, we can't use dive because it requires to complete a members only quest, but I guess you can use it if you've already got it in free to play. So our task is to surge 1 tile. Hopefully that frees us from the goblin murder spree we are currently on. We're on 1,122 goblins killed. We hit 30 strength. We have 21 attack. We're not that far off the XP goal now, thinking about it. But yes, hopefully this 1 tile surge. Is this 1 tile? That is 1 tile. Will free us. In 3, 2, 1. Well, actually, I suppose there is the achievement. I meant to do that. Let us find... Where was it? It was a general, was it? Surge 1 tile. Is this the unwall? No. No, it is not. Does that unlock any quests? It does unlock 1 quest. It unlocks Stolen Hearts. I really don't like doing that quest. We have all careered. We have a teleport there. That is all it unlocks, though. I mean, it is worth doing. It's potentially goes towards another unlock. Yeah, we'll get the teleport. I guess we're doing Stolen Hearts and hoping maybe that unwalls us, because we are... the only other things I think it could be is the combat level ones, but I think there's... Well, there probably isn't. I mean, most of my logic has been screwed. I was going to say I think there's basic logic in place, but there probably isn't. So, not ideal. But, well, we're doing Stolen Hearts. Annoying quest. But hopefully this gets us an unwall. I guess back to our Goblin Massacre. Stolen Huts, hopefully, is the unwall. I guess put that in strength. Are you the unwall? Quest, Stolen Hearts, Frank Palace to this game? No. What the hell is this unwall? Could it be teleport to Varric? It could be. It can apparently shot some maple logs. Where? I don't know. I think we need to get ourselves a lore. So I think we need to kill some skeletons in Draenor whatever it's. I believe they drop lores. while we wait to get 2k more XP. Okay, so any second, I don't know when, I'm just going to start now. We will be hitting the 75k XP, which is maybe something. Who knows? In the meantime, I am just doing Slayer to hope for a cow task, as that guarantees us something. What does it guarantee? Oh, a super cow. So, and that drops a big bonus, so we can tick 2 things off at the same time. This is also training combat a little bit, but I'm sure like one of these next couple of goblins, there it is, progressive ranged weapons, Taris free, that's our first one I believe. Progressive range, no, it's our second one. Fairly useless, but something else ticked off, I guess. Where the hell are these? We're not getting anything on Old School for a while now. Next easiest thing is either 100k total XP or 250 total level. And then 150 and then 300 total level. And then we are literally fully BK'd with nothing to do. So this could be our way out. I have been down here slaughtering skeletons for a while. I've been doing Slayer tasks as well to hope get a cow task, which has a weight of 15, and we have not reached it. Unfortunately, our current task is ghosts, which is impossible to do. So our only way out is to get ourselves a lore room drop. It's a 1 in 64 from those skeletons. We've literally just got one. We can do 2 different checks here. No, we can't because we don't have the level. We can do 1 check, which is to teleport to Varrock. That means there's a lot we can actually do there, which is really nice. I will probably also, it turns out we can access Mage Bank Arena, so we can buy some more lores there. So, because we can't actually access the load zone because it's slightly out of chunk, which I didn't realise. So all we need is fire runes, air runes we have, and we can teleport to Varrock because we have the area unlocked. Is this finally the escape for Old School, or are we still on whatever slaughtering simulator? Teleport to Varrock. Progressive magic weapons. What the what is our escape? It must be because the only things we have left, what we've had from the start, I'm fairly confident are the combat ones, so level 35 and level 50. It surely has to be one of them. Oh, actually, we've had this quest open for a while of Demon Slayer, so maybe this is it. Maybe this is the escape. There's a chance. And we do have wilderness stuff we can now go do. So we've unlocked some more we can obviously do on this game. But where? Okay. Let's do Demon Slayer. And then hope that this gives us something. And otherwise, I guess we're going exploring wilderness. I don't know if we can survive a green dragon. I don't know, or a blue dragon. I don't know if there's a safe spot. There probably is. There's always a safe spot. I don't know though. Anyway, do we instantly go down the stairs? Did I already start? I think I already started it, didn't I? Yep, cool. Let's do this quest. Okay, this should be the end of Demon Slayer, which is ourselves another check ticked off. Wherever our quest speed Demon Slayer is that random teleport. Oh god, no. Where do we go? One of the 3. I guess we do a number generator. Random number generator. 1 to 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We get 1. Okay, to Draenor we go. Luckily, we still have 1 lore, so we can come straight back here. Otherwise, I would be crying right now. And we will immediately make our way into the wilderness after that to get some laws, get ourselves the Ring of Kinship as well. That's another way out. What do we... Is this even worth using? It generally might be. What do we want to chuck these in? Prayer's not an option. I was going to go... No, I guess we do want to... We want to chuck them in melee combats. I was debating if it's worth going for something or another. A mage kill, but I think melee is still the way because we can walk under Elvarg. Okay, let's teleport right back. One of these and some of these, whatever. Go straight back to Varrock. Let's make our way into the wilderness. Go to the mage arena, I guess. Buy ourselves some laws. We have a little bit of money. And make our way to Demonheim. I really have no clue what our unlock actually is. I think there is also technically we can... one of the tasks is to kill a hill giant, and I was silly and forgot that hill giants actually do spawn in the wildy. So we can go and actually technically do that, but that will be very out of logic. So maybe I will, maybe I won't. Either way, we've got to run through the wilderness. I don't think green dragons are auto whatever aggressive. I also don't know what spawns in the wilderness on a free-to-play world. But we want to make our way towards the Mage Bank to get ourselves whatever, and we also want to make our way to Demonheim. I will kill a hill giant on the way if we see one. I do have some food on me, don't I? Yes. Oh, so the round skeletons and stuff don't spawn. Oh, ghosts are here though, so we've got that for Slayer task. Here is a hill giant. We should be able to kill one. I'd be surprised if we can't. I guess we'll tick it off, although it's out of logic, but our logic seems a bit busted anyway, so not the end of the world. And we get a big one we can obviously use. Okay, a hill giant is defeated. Really nice. I don't think we're going to actually be able to kill a green dragon, but we have ourselves some big bones. We will do the big bone check first. It gives us... Where's prayer? Prayer. Big bones. Is that an unlock? Nope. Progressive tools. Okay. That's to us though. That is progressive tools 3, I believe. No, it's progressive tools 2, so we can use steel, which isn't terrible. Yeah, I just want to get into Demonheim. I want to get this Ring of Kinship in case we get a random teleport again. Yeah, oh, we also do have to tick off the hill giant. You know what, just in case, because there's 5 random teleports, we've had 2. I know maybe this is technically cheating because it should have auto been ticked, but if thinking about it, I would have come here first and then killed the hill giant, so I'm just going to class it that way around. Give us the ring. Nice, okay. And we have the task of kill a hill giant. Oh, I don't think it actually lets me tick it off because it's not in logic. Okay, we can't, so never mind. When we have kill a hill giant, we can tick that off. I don't know when we'll get that, but I guess, what do we want to do then? We have some dungeonarium things. Do we do them? Complete floor 5, 10, and 15. That's basically it, really. Yeah, I guess we're doing some dungeoneering. It must be the dragon. I will see if you can safe spot the dragons as well. I'll have a Google. Surely that's the only other thing I can think of. Well, goblins though. How many have we done? 1,416. And we're almost 30 attack as well. How close are we to? We're a way off still. XP and both total level. So as we leave this dungeon, this is both floor 5 and a complexity 6 dungeon completed. As you can see, complexity 6, floor 5. Let us quickly leave because I mean we can keep going in dungeon, but maybe Completing floor 6 gives us progressive weapons. So that's what, myth now? No, we can use steel weapons over in our old school, but that doesn't. We can't get any. So right now that is completely useless to us. But floor 5, does that give anything? It gives nothing. We got absolutely nothing for that. Oh, okay. I really don't know what our on-wall is. Do we just keep going, get to floor 10, then 15? What can we currently reach max? We can reach 9. We'll be able to get 15. Or 10 at least. Oh. Well, we also have just hit ourselves 30 attack, which is pretty nice. 34 combat over in old school. Onto defense, I guess. I don't really need to go higher than 30 if we unlock adamant weapons. So that's not actually too bad. How close are we to actually to the XP? We're way off still. We're way off on both XP and total level. Okay, so another 5 floors are completed. It's fully completed. I defeated the boss as soon as I found him. This is floor 10 completed. We can now reach floor 11. If that gets us 30 as well, it does. That does mean that we can train some wood cutting to get ourselves some maples. I guess we do just keep going because I think we can reach 15. Barbarian Village 2, Fire Archie. Is that something? Almost. If we need Drain or Mana, I generally think something is blocking Drain or Mana. It has to be. Looking at that map, we can get all the way into Falador's Wolvermind. Barbarian Village. We can get there. We need Drain or Mana. Or Wizard's Tower. Maybe it's Wizard's Tower. Or even South Falador. But, I mean, one of these make us like, unlock Simpcatcher. One of these, or it's probably South Falador because that's Crafting Guild as well. Why? What did I mess up? I'm really, really curious what the logic actually is. Really curious, but I think we can do another 5 floors, and we're not far off of 35 combat as well, which is another check. That's the wrong skill. Can we get to 15? We can get to 15, so we might as well do the other 5. You know what? We don't actually need to train Dungeoneering at all anymore, because there's nothing else left to do for it, because we have the woodcutting aisle. We can just do complexity floor ones. Yeah. You know what? I am going to do that. There's no reason else for us to be here. We're going to rush these next couple of floors. Complex 1. I don't care about the penalty. Dungeoneering gets reworked anyway at some point if I ever did come on this account. Actually, it reworks Monday, isn't it? Which I think removes complexities. So, thinking about it, I'm probably going to have to actually change that goal. But whatever. If we get 1 combat level during this, which I think we will, and just get to floor 15, then we are all good. And then if it's not one of them for the unlock, I've got no clue. They generally have no clue. It must be the green dragon or dragon bones. But I think we will die if we go and kill one, because we have no protection against them. I probably should have found a way to... I don't know. I don't know what I would have put for the protection, but I think... because there's no way to safe spot on by the seams of it. 30 magic, which is 35 combat, which also is another thing, because this is the 15th floor, which means we can finally leave Dungeoneering. Maybe we can finally leave our Goblin Slaughtering. So, Dungeoneering floor 15 is progressive range weapons to old school. That is steel and oak. Okay, that's nothing of use. Is 35 combat? Progressive range weapons again. What is... oh. Unwall. Come on. I'm counting that. Okay. I would have had it. Okay, so bury some dragon bones. It's progressive mage armor. What about killing a green dragon? Grab some water. What the? So that was pointless. What is the unlock? I think it's at the end you're guaranteed the super cow. No, there it is. So surely super cow's the unwall, right? Super cow. Drain all mana. Wait, that's our drain all mana. No! That's 2 quests though. Ernest and Vampire Sale. Okay, we should be able to finish off Ernest the Chicken. Because we collected all the things. Cool. Found anything, give them here. Little animation. There we go. And it's the chicken, which is anything useful? Nope, just a cabbage. Okay, so we now want to do Vampire Slayer as well. We've killed the vampire, we just need to hand it in. Vampire Slayer gives some XP, which I think we want to chuck in attack. But Vampire Slayer is progressive tools, so up to still, but what the hell is our unwall now? I really don't know. I think we've done 50% as checks as well. Let's check. Almost. So we only have like a couple checks left. Well, I can actually check. We have 9 more checks left on RS3. So I can only think of the next easiest one which we had available and have had for a while, other than 50 combat, is teleport to Lumbridge. So let's do it. And does this, once we arrive, actually unlock... Is this the check we've been requiring, basically? Lumbridge Swamp area to fight for High Archie. That has just opened up all that. That adds things into logic, correct? Restless... No, not Restless Ghost. That does give us some checks. That could be it. That could be what we needed. That gives us a lot of checks. That gives us 9 checks in game. Where the hell do we kill a barbarian? I don't know where the barbarian is we can supposedly kill. I guess there is one somewhere. Oh wait, that's canoe system's opened. Wait, have we had canoe system open for a little bit? We might have done. That might have actually been opened for a little bit when we got Barbarian Village. I don't remember when we got Barbarian Village. But still there is 9 things in check. We have bury some big bones, kill a barbarian, kill a giant frog, mine some iron, Doric's quest, Mistling Mysteries, smelt bronze bar, transure gender, and travel on a canoe. Okay, I think we had some of them before, but this is good. This is good. This means we can stop killing goblins. We can actually go make some progress. Do some stuff. Yeah. What do we chuck on the other account? I guess we need to do some wood cutting, don't we? Because we have a check for maples. That might be our best bet. It's something semi AFK. So this is really good. This is really good indeed. Let's take all our money out. Let's take a bronze pickaxe out so we can smelt a bronze bar from the get-go. And do Mistling Mysteries, I guess. We also need clay and other stuff. We do need to get 10 mining, but... Okay, cool. We are actually free, which is insane. We are about to finish our first quest. Is that our first quest? Missile Mysteries sends east of Varrock to RS3, which... what does that actually unlock if I look at the chunk map? Not much. Looks assist chefs? No. Barely anything. Gertrude's cat? Gertrude's cat is available actually. Gertrude's cat is now in logic. Wait, 4 quests are now in logic. Broken Home, Soul's Bane, This Museum Dead, and Priest in Peril are all now in logic. Which we won't do right now. We'll continue Woodcomb and instead continue doing what we can in Old School because we haven't actually really touched it. So this is going to be fun. What have we got objective-wise? Why have my objective list disappeared? I think I have to restart my client. Okay, one of them was to smelt a bronze bar, so we are going to do that right now. I reconnected. We have the objectives appearing again. I don't know why they stopped. We found Edgeville. Ooh. Ooh. We're still not fully connected, but that is pretty nice. Isn't one of them kill a giant frog? Kill a barbarian is also possible. So is travel on a canoe. Yeah, actually there's a lot. We can get into Dwarven Mind, so we don't need to... we just get axe. We don't... yeah, I think we kill the frog here, which I assume is in the swamp here. And then we make our way on a canoe to Barbarian Village, which we should be able to. I'm fairly confident we have pretty high woodcutting right now. We need this. We don't actually have any food, and we have no way to get food right now, which is kind of annoying. But luckily nothing is too dangerous right now. So I'm fairly confident giant frogs spawn in the swamp here. I saw big frogs, so I assume they're just a little bit further in. We 100% should kill this. There's no way we're dying to it. It might not even hit us. Oh, it does hit us. Never mind. Still. This is another quick and easy check. I like the fact we can kind of just fly through now, which is really good. Because we have been stuck for a while. And hopefully we do just fly through and unlock more as we fly. That is the plan at least. We could in theory get stuck again, we never know. We could get really lucky and not actually have to do half of these objectives. Oh, we get big bones from that? Isn't that a task? Oh, so kill giant frog, gave Haven Hive. Okay, that is not reachable yet because we can't get to Port Zarim. But it will have a few things behind it. The big bones, progressive magic weapons, which is tier 3, tier 4, tier 2, tier 2 then. So level 20 weapons. That's not that bad. We will take that. We will take that. And yeah, why is Visions of Haven Hive is not completable? Why are you? Oh right, it's because for some reason it thinks I can get to an area I can't get to. So yes, I guess we build our canoe. We make our way to Barbarian Village. Travel to Barbarian Village. When did they change that interface? I do not know. Cool, another check is coming. Progressive magic spells. That means we can use chaos? No, we could already use chaos. Is that all of them? Yeah, we've got... that's a 4. We can use death spells. We're not likely going to have death spells, but we can use death spells. Let's go kill a barbarian. Sure, this level 10 one is probably dealable. Can we get a better weapon yet, actually? We have access to a mace shop. There could be something there. We want stab weapons though for dragons. We can wield up to steel as well. We can get a free iron mace upstairs, actually up top. Okay, the barbarian gives us Port Sarim. Ooh. Ooh, that is really nice. It is not accessible yet, but that is a needed area. 100% a needed area. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We'll take that nonetheless. Let's go get this free mace up in Edgeville, actually. So, what other easy-ish tasks can we get? This is hints. This is not it. We have 1, 2, 3, literally 4 objectives left. One of them is find a needle in a haystack, mine some iron ore, finish Doric's quest, and trans your gender. Oops. I somehow made him go up when I wanted him to go down. Oh well. Okay, yeah, I'm fairly confident there is an iron mace spawn here. That haystack will fail to find us a needle. Oh yeah, I guess we unlocked that. That's the only haystack we have available then. Is this an iron mace? It is an iron mace. Nice, we will be taking that. It will be better than our bronze sword, which is really good. And we're just going to spam click this haystack until we find a needle. Because we might as well do. Yeah, +2 melee strength. It is crush, but it's I would take anything better. We probably want an adamant sword at the end of the day, or myth sword. So we do need to probably find a couple of progressive weapons, but not just yet. Ow. Oh, I found a needle. West Varrock. West Varrock. Ooh. Doo-doo-doo. That is more stuff unlocking. We can actually fight a deadly spider now. Entercook's Guild, is that one? No. In Soldier Homeless, we might be able to do. We still can't do any fishing though. That's kind of want to unlock the ability to go some fishing. Wait, how do we? Hold up, what? It says we can change our gender. How? We can't access. We can't actually access the makeover mage. Unless there's somewhere else you can do it. That's not actually possible. Telegrab a gold bar. Doric's quest, iron. We're gonna do Doric's quest. That's mine iron. Doric's quest is our easiest. And then I guess we're training some magic somewhere. I don't know where else you can change your gender. Can you do it at hairdressers? Is that what it's saying? Is that the logic? Changing your haircut? Maybe. We'll keep going though. What do we need for Doric's quest? Doric's quest. We need clay. We need 2 iron ore. Is there anywhere we can find 2 iron ore without mining it? We need to mine it anyway. It's just Doric's quest gives you mining XP. I guess we'll go Dwarven Mines. Okay, mining an iron ore has given us progressive armor. Finishing up Doric's quest has given us progressive magic spells and progressive range weapons. Nothing too useful. And we only have 2 things left in logic. Change your gender, but how are we meant to do that when we don't have access to crafting guild? And telegraph a gold bar. Okay, I'm just going to assume this is, well, I looked it up and apparently this task is a little bugged. So what I'm going to do for the change gender is just change hairstyles to a female hairstyle because, well, and shave, because I mean, I guess that's technically changing your gender. Maybe that's what it's meant to be, because this could be something important. It might not be though, but we're going to have to tick it off manually as well. And that has given us the area of Wizard's Tower. Okay, that's Imp Catcher, and that is about it. I guess one step closer to... Oh no! The quest there are also Restless Ghosts, and one step closer to Room Mysteries. Okay. Okay, so Killer Hill Giant is now in logic, so we can actually tick that off, because we did it in the wilderness. And that gives us progressive magic weapons. Not that useful. Okay, so we have just finished a deadly raid spider. Why has that not auto-procced. We definitely killed one. I think this was bugged last time I did it as well. So I'll take that off manually, and it gives us North Valador for RS3. That does maybe help. I'm not entirely sure. I have to go and check it out. Been hopping around Lumbridge for some beads so we can hand them in to complete our self-imp catcher, which gives us a cabbage, one of our filler items. Okay. So completing the Restless Ghost gives us area of Mudskipper Point. Ooh, that is a required area. Yes, it is a required area, I think. But we can't get there because we can't get to Port Sarim. How we get to Port Sarim, I don't know. But I'm fairly confident that's a required area. So I guess I'll take it, but it doesn't help us right now. Ooh, 100k XP gives us the Wilderness. Is that of any use at all? I don't think there's ever a reason. I could be wrong, but I can't think of anything. Okay, so we finally got the woodcutting level needed to chop ourselves some maples, and our easiest place, and I think our only place we can actually get them, is through the Dungeoneering resource dungeon. Gets us a Dungeoneering level, but we don't care for that at all. We can chop ourselves a maple log though, and there we go. That was actually a lot quicker to get than I thought, so we will tick that off for progressive ranged weapons. To old school. Useless, I'm fairly confident. Okay, we have been power mining this iron. How we actually got a weld, I don't know. But we can now mine ourselves some coal for another check. So any second. Now this is going to take longer because it's coal and we're using a steel pickaxe. But come on, I'm going to leave this recording until we get it. And still not getting it. Oh, there we go. Okay, progressive ranged armor to RS3. Useless. We are about to complete a Soul's Bane. Well, we have completed a Soul's Bane. We will use these lamps for this quest gives way little XP for how difficult it actually is, especially on old school. But anyway, we get ourselves the 6-hour lobby warning. Just a random trap, I think it was, or I added. So no, it's not a trap, it's just a random motivational thing, I guess. Anyway, that done nothing. We're coming up to another quest completion over on RS3 while we are fishing, and it's Priest in Peril. Does this actually give ourselves any decent unlocks? No, it's a cabbage. Which is I don't know if I've explained, that's just what the filler items are, because there's more rewards, or there's more checks than there is actually items to giving out. So every time we get one of them, we get a cabbage. It just felt appropriate, because their game is kind of obsessed with cabbages at times. Right, so quest-wise we have Missing Presumed Dead, which is annoying, and Broken Home, which is also just as annoying. Visions of Havenheim isn't actually possible. Is it literally just quests we can do? I mean, out of the easy things, then yes. Other than Fletch and Oak Shortbow. Oh, an interesting note, I just looked at the tracker. We are actually exactly 50% done with RS3 and 40% done with Old School. But we are still a fair way off getting towards Dragon Slayer on either games. Like, we have the stats on Old School, we just haven't got the quests in the areas. And RS3, I mean, I still need to use this stamp, so we're basically there on this game. As well, I just want some food on both, I guess, as well. We just need the areas and some quests done, I guess. What am I looking for? I wanted to punch some things. Oh, I just realised I've been fishing kind of semi-AFK while questing. And it's not in logic, but catching an anchovy is actually a task, and we have just hit ourselves 15, which is the requirement. So here's hoping that any second now we do actually end up getting one and getting an area. I don't really know what I want. Everything's kind of more or less now at a standstill, so something's going to have to unlock something big. But they are kind of both in similar positions now, both games. There's the anchovies. Hasn't registered it. Don't know why. Catch some anchovies. We're going to have to take it off manually. Sent quest complete. Oh wait, that's just one of the random things I done. Okay, never mind. What is actually in logic? Is it literally just telegraph a gold bar? But that's not really that possible because we don't have access to a rune shop at all right now. We're close to 2, but we don't have it. So it might be is either go back to mining for the gold or continue fishing because we need 55 for swordfish, which I'm hoping isn't a required check for anything. Is it 55? I think it is. No, it's only 50 still. And this is getting us XP and level. Oh, we're actually quite close to 300 total, so I probably will continue fishing to get that 300. And I'm gonna finish Missing Presumed Dead probably relatively quickly, so not bad. Oh yeah, we can't even fish anyway. I was gonna think collect feathers and do fly fishing, but we can't even do that. So I guess it's just worth fishing until we're just worth doing this till 20 anyway. Okay, so we are about to hit 2 objectives at the exact same time. The first is, of course, Missing Presumed Dead is completed. I will use these lamps real quick. Oh, okay, maybe I won't, because we just hit 300 total, and that is a random teleport. This is going to go on strength just for a little bit of damage, but we are instantly getting randomly teleported. How many teleports do we have unlocked? I do not know. 1, 2, 3, 3 still. So we will do a random number generator. 1 to 3. Generate 2. That will be Lumbridge because 1, 2, 3. Cool. That is fine. But in the meantime, we will tick off the quest. Missing Presumed Death. Progressive weapons to us. An RS3, which means we can now use. So it's iron. We're progressive weapons 4 now, so it's iron, steel, black, myth. We can use myth. Okay, that's not bad. That's probably enough to kill Elvarg. We can also wield him, correct? No, we need 40 to wield him. Oh, okay. Well, that is what it is. Okay, so is there anything easy left, really? Broken Home and Oak Shield Bow are the only easy things left in RS3. There are obviously Cut a Diamond, Cut a Ruby, Blue-Right Crossbow, but that's not actually possible. Mine Gold and Mine Runite. I don't know if they are possible, though, with our current weapons. Not weapons. No, with our current tools, because I don't know. That's like 50 as well. Ooh. Hopefully that's not important. And then in Old School, we only have the telegrabbing the gold bar, which is not really possible either. We're not far off our final general thing of skills of 150,000 XP. We're not too far off, so that's not terrible. But we are kind of starting to get stuck once again. We need South Valador, really. That unlocks so much. That's surely got to be the next major goal. If I was to take a guess. I can hint. That is a possibility. We could hint South Valador, or South, whatever it's called. Because that would get us... What would it get us? It would get us Corsair's... No, it wouldn't get Corsair's Coves. Would it get us pirate treasure? No. Would it get us Knight Sword doable? Actually, that generally might be it. Okay, maybe we want Varrock? Oh, I don't know. We kind of need a couple of areas. Still, which is kind of annoying. Can we even do room mysteries? No, we need Varrock for that. I really don't. I think Varrock has the most. Looking at it, because we can do Insult or whatever. We can do Romeo and Juliet. So maybe Varrock's the most important. We can do room mysteries. Yeah, I think. Okay, I think I'm gonna hint Varrock Center. I think. I haven't been wanting to use hints, but we are kind of. It's more or less stuck. I guess Draenor Manor also unlocks. No, because we need Varrock. Yeah, so Varrock seems important. So I guess we might as well hint it. To have a look. Hint Varrock. So it's probably area. Varrock. I haven't been wanting to use them, but West Varrock? No. Is it Center Varrock, maybe? Telegraph a gold bar. Oh, okay, so we need to get 31 magic, but we have no shop. The only shop we can get to is this, so we need South Falador. Do we just do that as well? Oh, we need to make money as well. Oh my god, this is really horrible. It has to, yeah, okay, we're gonna do Falador farms as well. Complete Songs from the Depth in RS3, which is doable once we get Falador farms and Remington. Oh my god. I guess while we're at it, there's no wait, is there any way to charter ship there? No. I guess we're hinting those two areas, and then, well, from there I will be really confused if, depending on what this gives. So hint area South Falador, it gives us an idea of what to work towards as well. Oh wait, no, here we go. So it's enter the Cook's Guild. It's entering the Cook's Guild on RS3, which we... Wait, can we actually do that? No. So if we hint Varrock... Okay, we'll use 2 hints again. And we will hint Varrock West. Because this will let us go to the Cook's Guild. Which is... a Black Knight's Fortress? Oh my god. Which is Ice Mountain. I don't want to just be hinting, but like, I've got no clue. Yeah, because that's just... Ice... No, because you need quest points as well. And that won't get us enough quest points. Because Black Knight's Fortress requires 12 quest points, does it not? And even if we unlocked Goblin Village, we can finish that. But that's just 5 quest points there. That doesn't help out at all because we can't do Knight's Sword. We wouldn't be able to do Beyond Ice Mountain. Wait, would we? No, because we need Varrock Center. Oh my god, I'm really thrown off now. I have really no idea what it technically wants us to do. Because Varrock Center is Telegrab. We need... Is that actually what we have to do? Have we somehow got to get 30 magic? But 31 magic is not easily possible at all. Just going off the fact we can't get to any whatevers. Because how many, okay, let's use the calculator. How many casts of airstrike would that be? To get to 31, it would be 2,000 casts. You get 30 runes every half an hour, or 30 casts every half an hour. So if we just divide that by 30, that's 81, no, half of that, that's 40 hours. That's not doable. This surely can't be the correct logic. Because we can't get to Varrock, we can't get Falador without Songs of the Depths. To get Songs of the Depths, we need to do Blacklight's Fortress. To get Blacklight's Fortress, we would need Ernest the Chicken, and probably so Ice Mountain would be needed, and then some form of other quest, which would probably be, it would have to be, sorry. It would have, yeah, it would have to be Draenor. We have 2 more hints. I'm gonna have to check it. So hint Draenor Manor. Because we are really stuck. And either my logic is completely broken, which X marks the spot, which is impossible because we need, I think our logic is completely broken. I think we are fully stuck. I don't think this is completable. Have we generated an incompletable seed? Surely not, right? Is Labours of Milk one of the checks? No. I'm probably going to end up burning through hints, but it's fine because this is potentially an incompletable seed. I could be completely wrong, but I think there's a chance it might be. Well, it won't be if it's taken into consideration spending 40 odd hours to get the telegraph. If that is generally what it is wanting us to do, then it's not incompletable, but considering it's technically meant to be speedrun, it is incompletable. So Sheepshire would give 1, so okay, I need to do some math. So Goblin Diplomacy, we need to get this no matter what, so I guess we will hint Ice Mountain. I don't want to be burning through my hints because it ruins it, but I feel like I have to figure this out properly. Because this generally does make or break it. Oh wait, no, we already did. Okay, Ice Mountain is Once Upon a Slime, which is not possible because we need Falador. Hold up, is that just a big loop? Falador Farms. No, here we go. South Falador for us requires entering the Cook's Guild, which requires... There is one other way if Remington... Yeah, this is an incompletable seed if we can't get to Remington. Because partly my logic, I'm pretty sure, is broken. We have to... okay, yeah, we've got to see what unlocks Remington. Because that will make or break it. It's not incompletable, but it is. I know I keep saying that. Remington has to be... in a doable location. Why did that not work? Could not find an area known as Remington. What? How did I? Remington is definitely a check. Did I spell it differently? How did I spell it? Let's find out. Oh wait, I need to put hint. Hint area Remington. Is Rune Mysteries in... Okay, we're in an incompletable seed. Right? because it's Rune Mysteries in Old School. To get that, we need Varrock Center. To get Varrock Center, we needed to do the Telegrab. And it is possible for us to Telegrab because we have no feasible way to get runes, because to get that we need South Falador, which requires... Yeah, none of this is... So the only thing in logic is... Okay, according to this, is that... And I honestly don't think that is a viable solution. I don't know, maybe it's a mixture of both being technically messed up seeds. So I don't know how I'm going to do this now. I'll sleep on it and figure it out. Maybe I'll just skip that. It's the only thing I can think of doing. Because telegrabbing a gold bar requires us to spend 40 hours collecting runes. I don't want to be spending 40 hours to collect runes because we can't... Because, yeah, the only way to get Falador farms is to do Songs of the Depth, which requires Rimington, which requires Rune Mysteries, which then loops it. We have a technically incompletable seed. That's fun. I have no idea what has caused this, as I said. It could be either or, it could be a mix of both. Because I think part of it is in Old School, I think it's technically classing as this is a viable area because it is linked technically, and I don't know why in mine, in RS3, obviously I don't have the chunk borders, but for some reason, actually it's the same thing, Ports Room is being classed as logically to get, which it is not. But that doesn't actually do anything for us anyway. No, it does Haven Hive, but that does nothing for us. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to sleep on it, figure out what to do. Whether I will continue this or end the video here of being like, well, this is an archipelago and we are stuck. I don't know. I really don't know, because they can still end as an incompletable thing. It wouldn't... It'd be an unknown thing. The other option is we just give ourselves that check. I'm not sure. Oh well, you'll find out because I'll come back and explain what I'm going to do. So after sleeping on that issue, I decided to send over the spoiler log to a friend to read over and check whether I was missing something, or the path it was wanting us to take was indeed getting 31 magic from just the mage tutor and drops. And well, as it turns out, that was indeed the correct path to take. Now I'm unsure whether or not it was my scuffed logic from RS3 causing this issue, or it's just how the old school one is programmed. Either way, despite it technically being possible to achieve 31 magic, I'm going to class this seed as incompletable, since spending at least 40 hours collecting runes is not fun. So are we able to defeat Elvarg on both RS3 and Old School? No. Well, at least not easily with this seed. However, this is not going to be the end of this journey. I'm going to continue working and improving the Runescape 3 AP, fixing the many issues and bugs which were developed during this run. And once it's in a more stable place, I will come back and try this challenge again. If people are interested though, I will make it available for you guys to try out. A link will be down in the description below. And if you do find any bugs or things which you think could be improved, let me know in either my Discord, the comments below, or it should be up in the Archipelago manual Discord. So that's the end of the video. I'll see you soon.